Ladies and gentlemen, the Greater Metro Junior Hockey League proudly presents to you the Russell Cup Finals. It's the Battle of Bradford, Game 2. Both teams have felt each other out in the first game. Bradford Bulls taking that one by a score of 4-2. They lead the Russell Cup Finals 1-0. John Delaney will get the start once again. The heroic goaltender last outing here in Game 1 stole the victory for the Bradford Bulls. Maxim Ivanov will oppose them. A record of 7-1 in the playoffs. John Delaney's record, 10-1. The Bradford Bulls have not lost from home yet in this playoff year. They are 6-0 on the road, and they look to make it 7 here with a victory here tonight in Game 2. It's Litflin to Baxter and on. Keller lost the handle. Toffoli got a bump there. Ivanov can steer it away into the corner. A battle in front there. Majerchik got a piece of his man. It's going to be Malm leaving it across for Anderson. A chip pass broken up. Alexanian's quick shot handled by Ivanov, and he will make the contest first save. Anderson a lead pass, and it's the captain, Arvid Malm. Shrieking back in, has Toffoli on him. Toffoli can beat him into the corner. Keller gets pinned up there by Alexanian. Alexanian, the former Las Vegas Thunderbird, holds down his man. That was Keller. St. Cloud, Minnesota native. Left it across for Malm to the blue line now. Shamil Litflin, his drive, score! Shamil Litflin picks up his second career playoff goal, and the Bradford Rattlers are off and running. Bradford Bulls, for the first time in the Russell Cup Finals, have themselves a lead, and it's a 1-0 goal from Kazan, Russia's Shamil Litflin. And the all-important first goal to the side of Team Green. That one skyrocketing up and out of play on the side of the captain, Kohea, for the Bradford Bulls. They are down by 1 goal here, leading 1-0 in the series. Again, best of 7 in the Russell Cup Finals. Captain Arvid Malm and Blake Anderson getting the assist, and Blake Anderson a point here in the Russell Cup Finals. A much-needed bounce-back game early for the top line, and especially Blake Anderson missing all that time earlier in the playoffs. Just made his first appearance in the postseason in Game 1 of the Russell Cup Finals ever since sitting out the first round and round 2 as well. Kuchma laid it aside. Isaac Carlson will leave it for Melker Melander. He's all over his man. That is Tyler Borkowitz coming in. Borkowitz can get out of the zone. It's going to be Carlson further in deep, hitting on his man. Bauer got a bump there, but it's going to be loose for Ponchik. Got it to the blue line. Matvey Minets further down low. Twisting along for Melander. Has his man Manson all over him. Correa can flip it aside, and it's Bauer. A backhand squip play around for the captain, Correa, and he might have a step on Matvey Minets. Kohea, he's in, and he just drilled the shot wide. Sandoval keeping it alive. Further down low for the captain. Away from him, and so it's Matvey Minets. A turnaround play for Kuchma, and an elevator feed across, and it's Minets once more pirouetting his way away from Gardner. Kuchma with Laverdiere. All over him, and Caden Laverdiere making his first appearance in the Russell Cup Finals. A scary incident in one of the home games against the North York Renegades, getting cut with a skate. He is back into the lineup and a much-needed offensive bolster on the ice for the Bradford Bulls as you see Borisov try to race over Russo. Borisov will beat his man to the puck and take the body. Stemper allows him to work in and take the puck away. A centering feed went away. He got the body written on him by Sandoval. Nugamanov along, and it's Pavel Rodskov. A Russian combination there before a backhand shovel attempt by Pavel. Nugamanov will beat his man Russo to the puck. Further at Stemper, a turnaround bid into the corner. Nugamanov trying to locate and pride free, and maybe got a quick save on by John Delaney. Nugamanov went down, but it's Russo. From his backhand, a keep alive there by Gardner, trying to flex it out of the zone. Orkov, a strong base to keep him pinned up. Sandoval at the red line, and he will dump in. Pavel Rodskov with 17:08 to go. A lead pass out of reach of Orkov. Just had to chip it off the high glass, and it's twisted back in possession to the Bulls. Correa, lead pass, and it's Gilbert who opened the scoring in Game 1 for the Bradford Bulls, and they never looked back after that. Zakharov, a giveaway there made by Gilbert, and he's back on it. Has Alexanin and Kalinvik heading towards the goal. Broken up by Pavel Rodskov, and he'll play it off the bank away from Danila Zakhara, and then picked off once more by the captain Correa. Lead pass, and he found Gilbert. They're at center and dumps in. Opposite corner feed into the play of Kalinvik right into Lutflin's corner before it's swiped away from him. Aerial lead through center, picked off at center by Nordquist, got away from Rodskov, and he will slap in. Ivanov out of his cage. Lutflin twisted it back into the half-boards play for Benjamin Durarium. Middle pass, and he found Gleb Seleznyov. He's working his way in. Seleznyov with a good pinch made by Greg, but Seleznyov's back into the forehand and gets tipped up there by Toffoli. Play will continue, however. Ponsic back after it. He can lay it off to the corner. Kept alive by Seleznyov. He'll head on a change. The top line on with Anderson, Malman, Keller. Gilbert, a skyrocket pass through center. Broken up by Borkowitz, getting into it. Toffoli offering some support, but it's going to be Keller. A backpedal play for Baxter, and a turnaround bid from Anderson out of the reach of Blake Keller. Lutflin tried to return it back. Borkowitz, a twist along play, and it's Bauer. Bauer had a goal last game in game one. A centering feed found Toffoli in front, and a good stick lift was made by Blake Anderson coming back defensively. Arver and Malme shovel attempt through center, picked off by Toffoli. Anderson tied up there with Bauer, and so the captain Malm can work it back in for the Rattlers. Skyrocket attempt there from Anderson, down below settling his Malm. A lead to Keller. Blue line play for Baxter. Further down low, he got it away from Toffoli. Got tied up with Blake Keller en route. Greg can make a pass up the boards for Ponchik. Ponchik was pinned up there, and so it's into the corner for Rodriguez's play. Toffoli from his backhand had Anderson all over him. Greg will leave it for his man and pick it off from Melander, who can return the favor. Ponchik twisting away from Anderson, but the puck comes down low. Greg being hounded there by Melander before Blake Anderson can escape into it. Pressured off there by Greg. Rodriguez can get it back. Delaney has to hug the post to make the save after the stuff attempt made by Anderson. Ponchik turning away from Melander, and he'll settle everything down with 14:40 to go here in this first frame of regulation time in the BWG in Bradford. A 1-0 lead for Team Green. Bunzeniks intercepted at the blue line. Unable to find Carlson heading back down low, so it's Richard Kuchma to play. Centering feed found Melander, a nice pass to his countryman Carlson, picked off there by Rodriguez at center and dumps into the opposite corner. Kuchma around from Laverdiere. Isaac Carlson outletted the pass to forward Don Mills flyer Anders Bunzeniks, but the Rattlers are called on an offside. We're talking about Dylan Bauer just a few moments ago. In game one, he had 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 points to help his team en route to a 4-2 victory in game one. They're looking at Aaron Stemper for the faceoff for the Rattlers. Clean win by Aaron Stemper away from Sandoval. Orkov, Rodskov to the corner play. Delaney leaving at Stemper, beating his man first to the puck, Russo. Nurkamanoff tied up into the corner. Borisov, Roman Orkov, his high shot juggled by Delaney. Puck is loose. He can scoop it back behind the cage. Nurkamanoff once more. Orkov got it back. Quick shot there by Rodskov was blocked in front by Kohea. Borisov, half-boards play will whip it towards the goal before it's blocked by the Bulls captain. Gets held down, but play will continue. Rattlers with possession. It's Borisov pass, and what a break up there by Russo. Beg your pardon, William Nordquist on the play. A big check by Kohea on Stemper. Stemper trying to pry it back from the captain Kohea, and he will skate out of the zone himself. The captain for the Bradford Bulls left out the blue line. Laverdiere couldn't twist it back further into the corner, and so it's going to be picked off at center. William Manson, native of Sweden. Brampton, Ontario, Zach Kohea. Long feed just out of the reach of Laverdiere. Former Greater Sudbury Cub and Elliott Lake Red Wing. Manson lost the handle. Anderson can't swipe that one further down low. Can see Delaney make a play away from Anderson's corner and out full center where Lutflin can handle. Lutflin a tip in there by Keller. 9 and Green can chip it in. It's 8 and White to Foley. Skyrockets through center as far as that puck will go. Another tip off there by Keller. To Foley, pocket pick there by Arver and Mom. Try to work it back for Keller, can't do so, but it finds him anyway. Blake Keller, his snapshot fluttering off the high glass. May have been blocked in front. A turnaround bit off the backhand. Stopped by Anderson, was kicked out by Delaney. Lutflin, blue line play Keller, a combination tap pass, and he found Lutflin again. His wrister will just scream over top of the net. Kalinvik unable to clear the zone. A shot by Keller. Found Malm. His skittering pass right to the side of the net can be handled off by John Delaney. And with 12 to go in period number 1, still remains a 1-0 lead for the Bradford Rattlers. His second of the playoffs, Shamil Lutfulin. Game's first and only tally. Didn't take the Bulls long to get the game's first goal in game 1. Did not take the Rattlers long to get one in game 2, even quicker. Zakharov from the face-off. That's going to be Kalinvik into the corner. Zakharov over him. Carlson. Smart play by Isaac, just tying up Kohea, allowing the Rattlers to get set as Slesnyov parks in front of the slot. Aerial lift down from the Bulls side of center. Icing is going to be waved off. Kuchma harassed there by Borkovic. Borkovic takes a run at Matvey Munets, who dropped his stick. Carlson away from Slesnyov. Podchek got it slapped aside to the captain, who has to retreat back behind John Delaney. Rodriguez, a backhand shovel attempt out of the zone, played the bank. Rodskov furthermore to Kuchma. Isaac Carlson turns away from Rodriguez, and he has some speed. Isaac Carlson will gain the zone around from his countryman Nordquist to the blue line. Rodskov, his shot into the glove of John Delaney, and no further cover. John Delaney came into tonight's playoff contest a record of 10-1, goals against average of 2.2, save percentage of .945, and one shutout to add on to a terrific playoff run for the Bradford Bulls and for Keswick, Ontario's John Delaney. Rattlers have possession in the O-zone. It's Lutflin, the latest goal scorer. Centering feed broken up by Toffoli there. Nicholas Toffoli, 21 years of age, 6'5". Alexanian picked off there by Nugamanov. A fluttering feed trying to find Borisov, can't connect. A lead feed, and it's going to be Kalinvik starting out for the Bulls. He's able to go wide on backstar. Sharp angle shot handled off by Ivanov with the blocker hand. Gilbert can keep it alive. Squibbed away by Lutflin. Borisov races after it. Nearly got decked there by Russo. Beg your pardon, Manson was the one who tried to lay the hit. Russo twisted it back on goal to Ivanov, who can steer it aside from Kalinvik. A further gut play for Aaron Stemper, who got decked there by Alexanian, in a 2-on-1 for the Rattlers. Borisov with Nugamanov trying to find him in front. Good defensive read was made by Kalinvik. Lutflin back for Nugamanov, but the net has come loose. Gotta think if the net stays on, Nugamanov has himself a yawning open cage and a 2-0 lead for the Bradford Rattlers. Not the case. Net comes loose. We remain 1-0 here from the BWG here in Bradford. Gilbert's line will line up against the Blake Anderson line. Anderson and Alexanian. Offensive zone faceoff for the Bradford Rattlers. Anderson waved out. Looks like Arvid Mob will be the centerman to line up against Alexanian of the Bradford Bulls. Puck has been dropped, possession to the Bulls. Toffoli able to clear it out. Kuchma. Brendan Gregg skating into it. Hounded there by Blake Anderson, who went down. Gilbert reverse hit on Malm. Malm strong base, can backhand that one further to the corner. It's Keller. Sauce pass. He found Malm, a shot blocked in front by Toffoli. Gilbert a long way from Keller. Aerial through center, picked off, played to Keller, back to himself. Keller twisted it back for Anderson before it's sticked away by Gilbert. Anderson and Gregg beat up into the corner. Blue line pay, and Kuchma saw that puck roll over top of his stick. Rattlers need a backpedal out of the zone. Minet's a combination for Orikov. Anderson, a chip away from Keller, and it's going to drop right to Kalinvik, and he will flip in. Minet's on Bauer into the corner. Minet's will tie up Dylan Bauer in front. Kuchma and Borkovic just try to pry that puck loose. Good job there by Borkovic for the Bradford Bulls. Kuchma just trying to skate it out. Anderson could connect with Keller. Had Nordquist all over him. Melker Melander trying to hound that one into the corner boards. Play Ponchik from the Bulls blue line. Lead feed Bauer. Good connection. He found Sandoval. Bulls are coming in. Has Ponchik on the far side. That hot shot by Sandoval went over top of the net of Ivanov. Rodskov back after it. Swings it back to the opposite corner. It's going to be Laverdiere after it, 88 in white. Pontic. Beg your pardon, Sandoval tied up there by Rhodeskov. Laverdiere tied up with Orkov as well, just trying to get that puck loose away from the corner. Rhodeskov protecting the puck and himself. Possession to the Bradford Bulls. It'll come to the blue line, however. It's Kohea walking the line. His shot! Ivanov did not see that one go through him, but it missed wide. Nordquist on Orkov. Bunzanic is trying to work it back down low. He will find Pavel Rhodeskov. From his own end, long stretch pass, try to split the D in front, but a good read was made by Kohea on Carlson. Great defensive read by Brampton, Ontario's native. Kohea playing for the Richmond Hill Generals of the USPHL last season finds his way in the Russell Cup Finals in this Battle of Bradford. Nicholas Toffoli, a lead pass to Kalinvik. Kalinvik can get around Roman Orkov. Nearly got met there by Rhodeskov, but he'll get it to the blue line, and Greg saw that one roll over a stick, and so all Bulls players need a retreat up and out of the zone. Picked off by Greg at center. Active defenseman on for the Bradford Bulls, not allowing the Rattlers to get that stretch pass from their own end of the ice up to the neutral zone. Bulls active D doing a great job engaging. Borkowitz twisted it back, picked off by Stemper. Goal scorer Ludflin hits center, dumps in. Delaney out of the cage. Toffoli takes a look, pitches it on the backhand. Kept alive by Stemper. His easy shot with a routine save made by John Delaney with 17:15 to go. In period number 1-0 for the Bradford Bulls on a goal by Shamil Ludflin. His second of the playoffs, first of the finals, 1-0. Stemper for the faceoff. Clean win by the Bulls. Borkovich can't clear the zone. Borisov, a combination to Nugamanov. A twist effort in front, trying to get Stemper on the redirect. Baxter saw that puck go behind him, but a good play to work it back for Aaron Stemper. Has Kohea all over him. Centering feed. Nugamanov, stop, big rebound. John Delaney with the active pad, kicking it out aside. Remains a 1-0 lead for Team Green. Stemper back in. Borisov, hard pass. Nugamanov looking to go down low for Stemper before it's broken up by Kohea. Nugamanov with Borkovitz on him. Kohea lost the handle again. Nugamanov, Kohea is all over him. Back play into the corner. Stemper, Borisov in front, picked off by Borkovitz. Nordquist just trying to clear the zone, can't do so. His first attempt before it's picked off there by Nugamanov again. Corner play. It's Stemper unable to get the puck on his stick, and so it's aerialed off by the Bradford Bulls down for icing. .6:20 to go here in period number 1. Arvid Malm not agreeing with how the faceoff should be lined up. Puck is dropped. It's Matvei Minets. His shot into the paraphernalia of Borkovich, and an easy clear for the Bradford Bulls. Minets getting hounded there by Bauer. Bauer getting flexed off the puck by Kuchma. Kuchma can force him into the corner there where Blake Keller can escape into it. St. Cloud, Minnesota native Blake Keller. Further down deep for Kuchma. His stretch pass nearly broken up by Kohea. Anderson diving effort, but it's going to be taken away by Kalinvik, and then taken away once more by Kuchma and away from Toffoli, and Malm is back in. Again, lost the handle, and that puck is rolling. Here comes Anderson. A play on the backhand, centering feed. Keller in front there, and he fanned on the shot before it slapped up and out of play. If you're Blake Anderson, you had 100 points in the regular season. You had over 50 goals. If you're all loaded in the slot there, you get that shot on goal. You make Delaney work for that stop. The Anderson line will stay out. Kuchma is set up in the one-timers position, and perhaps a face-off win to Minets to Kuchma. Minets got it, and he got it to Kuchma away from him, unable to get a one-time shot before it's picked off by the another 8 in this contest. That is Nicholas Toffoli, big 6'5" native. Centering feed in front. Ivanov had to go down, but it's behind Toffoli to make a play for Kuchma. Anderson, Alexanian was all over him, who forced him to make a play. Alexanian furthered more. Corner play, it's going to come to Keller. Outlet pass away from Blake Anderson. Greg to settle for the Bradford Bulls. Lead pass, and it's Gilbert who got the game's first goal in Game 1 of the Russell Cup Finals. Stretch pass by Kuchma. It's a few times in this first period. Kuchma's looked for that stretch pass, nearly been picked off. Duarium couldn't reach that pass in time. Delaney played it aside, not out of the zone. Keller a keep. Has Orkov on the near blue line, won't use him here. Rodriguez over his man, Kohea. A strong check on his man, the captain of the Bradford Bulls. Lead pass, he found his man in front, Miller. 21 in white around Rodskov. Miller behind Rodskov's going to force him into the corner, and a good step in made by Pavel. Duarium will try to do the same. Puck is tied up along the half boards. Rodskov lost the handle on it, and it's picked off there by Carlson. Carlson a lead feed, and it's Benjamin Durarium. He'll get it across for Carlson. Selesnyov stays onside, worked it back to Gleb Selesnyov. Furthermore to Carlson. Beg your pardon, that was Benjamin Durarium. Carlson right in front for Selesnyov, who wasn't waiting for that pass to get there in a hurry. Ivanov long stretch pass. Selesnyov leaves it for Carlson. Carlson, good active defensive stick was made by Russo. Selesnyov back on it, 91 in green, flexes away from Bauer. Selesnyov button hooks away from Bauer again into the corner, and will do the same from his backhand, but got it into the corner again where Nugamanov was met there by Russo. Carlson back for Selesnyov, and he just drilled it wide. Ludfulin on Ponsek there, taken off by Carlson to the high slot play. Loves to get a shot there, whipping it back towards the goal. Won't use it here. Carlson forced way to the blue line to the perimeter. Rodskov back for Selesnyov, a curl and drag, and a glove save made by Keswick, Ontario's John Delaney. Last year, John Delaney, netminder of the Bradford Bulls, formerly playing for the Innisfil Spartans of the PJCHL. Also a member of the South Muskoka Shield. 3:30 to go in the first period. Skyrocket pass, glove down by Glutflin. Nugamanov will meet Alexanian into the corner. I beg your pardon, Nordquist of the Bradford Bulls. Kohea nearly stripped away by Aaron Stemper, and the captain's gaining some speed through the neutral zone. Cuts in, has Kalinvik and Alexanian heading towards the goal. The captain gets tripped up by Ludfulin, and the Bradford Bulls are going to go to the power play for the first time here tonight. Hasn't been a good power play in the regular season, only 14% for the Bulls on the power play. Rattlers PK sitting pretty good, but the Bulls have a better penalty kill than the Bradford Rattlers. Rattlers sit at 86%. Bradford Bulls sit at 1% higher at 87. Ludfulin, who got the game's first goal, gets the game's first penalty, and the man who started the goal scoring for the Bradford Bulls on the power play last game is on the ice. It's number 24. It's Nathan Gilbert, and he's going to get the puck just soon. Has it here, you're looking at him. 24 in white, it's Gilbert. Has that shot, and he used it here through a maze of bodies in front of Ivanov, who's able to locate that puck. And you know Gilbert, he's not shooting just to blast it home. He's shooting just to feather it on goal, try to get a redirection, a shot pass, a rebound. Alexanian on Anderson. Clean win for Alexanian to the blue line. Kohea. Furthermore, it's going to be Kalinvik for the Bradford Bulls. Kohea set up in the one-time shot, won't use it. Wristed to the net, off the post before it's cleared off by Carlson. Bulls coming all that close to getting it on the power play to tie this contest. Anderson's stick shatters and frees. Kohea lead feed. It's going to be Gilbert starting up. Has Alexanian, Borkovic, and Kalinvik to work with here. Might find one of the two. Kalinvik in front looking for Borkowitz. Couldn't connect to the blue line. Nicholas DeFoley shot. Save for Maxim Ivanov. You can't stop what you can't see. So the motto of the Bradford Bulls so far has been a shot from the blue line. Not from the perimeter or so to say, in the middle of the zone, right lining up square to Maxim Ivanov. They're just trying to flutter a shot with a maze of bodies in front, looking for that redirection play. Look for Nordquist or Toffoli from the blue line just to feather a shot on goal, not so much a big blistering slap shot you might assume on the power play. Rodskov and easy clear. Minute 10 to go on the Ludfulin minor. Delaney out of his cage. Goaltender's going to be your best penalty killer, I should say, no matter what, as Yusei Selesnyov takes his man to the ground. Bauer Lost the handle on it. Toffoli, a good keep in for the Bulls before it's cleared back over by Matvei Minets. Caden Laverdiere, Barrie, Ontario native, sitting at 6'1". Bauer's pass broken up. Toffoli will try again. Osby Sweetums, William Nordquist. Samuel Ponchik. Try to get around Minets. He did so. It's broken up. Bulls are offside. Litflin will take his time getting that puck out of the zone. I beg your pardon, Pavel Rodskov. Shimon Litflin standing up into the penalty box. He is out in 15 seconds' time. Laverdiere starts up. Slash there and gets drilled in front by Baxter, who takes it back out on Maltman. Look out. Whistle sounds. They're going to have a penalty upcoming here. Looks like Caden Laverdiere, one too many checks on the Rattlers, and it's going to cost them. Roughing is the call on the Barrie, Ontario native. So in 5 seconds' time, the Rattlers will have a power play lasting 1:55. Minute 12 remaining in this period. We have 4-on-4. It's Malm, Anderson, Keller, and Kuchma. One defense for the Bulls. Gilbert Kohea, Borkovitz, and Brendan Gregg. Power play is on. Litflin is out. Arvid Malm, Richard Kuchma hits center, dumps in. Delaney out of his cage to play it. He'll leave it for the captain, Kohea. Good stymie there by Anderson. Under a minute to go here in the first. Richard Kuchma has a bomb, uses it here. It's blocked there by the captain, Kohea. It's Carlson. Away from Malm. His shot blocked by Toffoli. Rebound, it's loose on the backhand, and Delaney can make the stop. And a gathering of the clans form as the whistle sounds to stop the action. Both teams getting a few choice words in for each other here. 41 seconds to go here in the first period. The Rattlers will look to get that puck to Richard Kuchma, the quarterback of this power play. The only defenseman out onto the ice for head coach David Mooney. Clean tie up, and it's Keller to the man Kuchma. Play down on the play is Anderson, slow to get up. Stays on to the ice. Kuchma wires a shot there, blocked in front, and a short-handed breakaway chance here for Alexanian. He's in, backhand in front, he scores! Alexanian, short-handed goal, and the Bulls have tied it. Narek Alessanian has his 7th goal of the playoffs, and it's a short-handed goal to tie it at 1 with 29 seconds to go here in the period. Well, that changes things. Rattlers still on the power play, a shorty for the Bulls. They got their first goal last game was a power play goal. Tonight, you got a shorty. Score clock is not synced up. We have 4 seconds to go now in the period. A touch-up from Bunzaniks to Borisov and conclude of 20 minutes played. After one period, it's the Rattlers 1, the Bulls 1. We'll be back for the second period of play after this intermission. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, got caught up talking with the parents of Tyler Baxter, defenseman number 17 for the Bradford Rattlers. In front, you just saw Blake Keller work that puck in front there, try to get a stuff attempt, unable to do so on the netminder, John Delaney. 19:35 time remaining here in the first period. Still 20 seconds to go on the power play for the Bradford Rattlers. Puck is dropped. Anderson on the tie-up. It's going to come to Kuchma. His drive, and he just kicked it wide. Keller, Malm, turnaround P, broken up by Alexanian, who got the shorthanded goal late in the first period to set up this 1-1 tie here in this second period. Rattlers still with 5 seconds to go on the power play. It's going to be Anderson skating up to it. His drilling shot rattled off the side of the cage. Carlson from the corner. Further down low for Anderson. Flexed off by Russo, I beg your pardon. Bulls just trying to work it out of the zone, can't do so. Shamil Woodflint, good keep, and it's going to come to Carlson. Aaron Stemper just rolled away from him. Baxter's getting into it, shoots that one, and it just kicked off of Nordquist. Baxter back after it. To the corner, it's going to be Anderson to Carlson again. Carlson and Anderson switch spots away from the captain, Kohea. Carlson from the blue line walks the line, look at him skate. To the other side, it's Carlson in front, and scores! Isaac Carlson, his 6th goal of the playoffs. 23rd point, and the Bradford Rattlers regain the 1-0 lead. Off the tie-up, it's going to be Ludfelin again. Rattlers regained their 1-goal lead, I should say, not their 1-0 lead. Toffoli, a lead pass. Working ahead for Sandoval. Tyler Baxter unable to clear it. A shot kicked up by Ivanov. Bauer away from him. To the blue line, it's Gregg. His shot redirecting in front off of Stemper. Sandoval leaving it for Toffoli. Toffoli back down low, and it's going to be Ludfelin picking it up for the Rattlers. Gregg, a good keeping at the line. Borisov and Stemper work it out of the zone. Sandoval chasing it back for the Bradford Bulls. Nugamanov away from Toffoli. Outlet pass for Gardner, picked off by Stemper, and a chip play for Ludfelin, who can return it back for Artem Borisov. Away from him, icing is signaled and then called. Kaden Laverdier out of the box. Back to 5-on-5 here from the BWG. Alexanian off the tie-up. His shot by Gilbert in front, redirected up and wide. Stemper, a shovel attempt, does not come out of the zone. Kohea, a good keep, and that shot blocked there in front by Ludfelin. It'll come back. Ponchik, a shot there, stopped by Maxim Ivanov. Ludfelin getting into it with the captain, Kohea, of the Bradford Bulls, and they have to be separated. This Battle of Bradford in the final round. I'm surprised tempers haven't boiled over a little more. Alexanian and Melander will line in for their respective clubs, both donning the town of Bradford as their name. Slesnyov beats his man to the puck, has Bunzeniks into the goal, used him here, stopped by Delaney, puck goes loose into the corner, where Nordquist can swipe it aside. Alexanian further into the corner, took a hit to make a play off of Slesnyov, who's got to twist and fire that one, and it's blocked in front. Alexanian looking for Gilbert. Away from him, did not get touched. Icing will be waved off. Ponchik on the half boards has Minets on him. Kalinvik pressured off by Ludfelin. He and Minets go into the corner. Alexanian 10 and white. Melker Melander winning that 50-50 battle. Those always important. 50-50 boards plays. You see Bunzeniks juggle the puck into the corner. Melander twisted it back along for the play of Minets. The forward was not there in time. That should have been Slesnyov going over to that half boards. Has the puck now. He's hounded off by 2 players in white. Nordquist trying to pry it free. Toffoli can't do so. Minets, D to Kuchma. Goes back into the corner to the captain Kohea's corner. Away from Melander. Alexanian try to twist it back away from Sleznyov. Kalinvik off the boards and out of the zone. Matvey Minets will play the bank for Richard Kuchma. The Hungarian native twisted it back from Alexanian. Nordquist, good job taking the body, not the puck there. Knocking down Gleb Sleznyov, who's having trouble getting back to his feet, and then he heads off onto the bench for a change, but a chance now, twisting it back is Keller. Has Anderson, Keller in front, broken up by Toffoli. Icing called on the Bradford Bulls, and that was Brendan Gregg picking off that pass and sending it back down the length of the ice for the Bradford Bulls. Off the tie-up, it's going to be Rhodeskopf, clean to the blue line. His shot skittered on wide. Puck is going to bobble back behind the cage to block it for Toffoli. Lead pass in front, Borkowitz will clear it off the sideboards, and it's going to be handled by Vargas at center. Took a bump there by Ponsic and dumps in. Gregg leaving it for Borkowitz. Lead pass looking for Ponchek, can't connect. Vargas to retreat. Placed off the boards, blocked by Toffoli at the timekeeper's area. Vargas, Keller, Anderson. Lead pass, good active stick by Bauer. It'll come right to Keller, leaning into that one, and it's sticked out by the left pad of John Delaney into the corner. Ponchek can juggle it back to himself. He gets written off the puck there by Anderson. Good keep by Marcus Vargas. Keller written off the puck there, hounded by Toffoli. Corner boards play. Sandoval and Anderson. Keller back to the blue line. It's going to be Pavel Rhodeskopf. Back down low into the corner, away from Keller. The defenseman Vargas will pinch in offensively. Keller returned it back to Vargas. His backhand skipping shot just went wide. Toffoli can clear. Wrong side of center dump, and icing is called once again on the Bradford Bulls. Bradford Rattlers will put out the Isaac Carlson line. Zakharov to take the face-off. Terrarium will head in front of the slot. Lutflin and Baxter on defense. It's Baxter. His screaming shot deflects off a bull. Just went wide. Zakharov tried to pry it free. Delaney can kick it off the side of the post and make the save. Again, John Delaney, a former Innisfil Spartan in South Muskoka Shield. After the rough seasons the Shield have been having over the past few years, who would have thought that John Delaney would find himself in a Russell Cup Finals? Assumed a huge role for the Bradford Bulls, and one of the biggest acquisitions is the proper word, Nick, in Bradford Bull history. The star netminder from Keswick, Ontario. Not satisfied with how his crease is right now, so back to the play. It's Alexanian on Zakharov, and a win for Alexanian of the Bulls. An easy start out, or I thought so. It's going to be Zakharov twisting it back for Carlson. Carlson, good pass. He found Lutflin trying to get his second. His shot blocked in front by Gilbert, and it's up and out of play. Nathan Gilbert from 2019 to 2023 played in the OJHL, the Coburg Cougars. That's where he called home for 4 seasons. Scored the game's first goal in Game 1 on the power play, Nathan Gilbert. Jacob Gilbert, I beg your pardon. Nikomanov shot in the skates of Stemper, couldn't locate it. Puck will drop into the corner. Borisov will turn away from Ponchek. Stick play to the blue line. Baxter try to force it back towards the goal. It'll reach the goal. Not hard enough. Delaney, an easy save. .09 time to go in this Russell Cup Finals Game 2 from the BWG here in Bradford. Rattlers wearing their home greens with the gold trim. The Bulls in their white road jerseys, black and blue trim. Stemper on Alexanian. Alexanian can't pull it through. Borisov, a whipping shot off the mask of Delaney, and it goes behind him. Alexanian to clear. Matvey Minets leaving it for Borisov. He has it. Artem Borisov backhanded further for Kuchma. Down low it'll come for Aaron Stemper. Twisted it away. Back in front. Borisov scores! Artem Borisov picks up his 7th goal of the playoffs. 8th point for Artem Borisov. 3-1 for the Bradford Rattlers. For the first time in this series, they lead by more than one. Right off a tie-up, and the Rattlers are going to be back after for more off the face-off win from Malm. Keller back in, his shot into the breadbasket of Delaney, and no further play. Toffoli and Gregg will collapse on Anderson. And look out here. Borisov, I beg your pardon, his 5th goal of the playoffs. Nurmanov and Stemper draw the 2 assists. Keller set up right behind Arvid Malm, and the faceoff is won, but it's going to be Malm has Anderson all alone in front. Malm looking to center for Anderson. Maybe that pass to the high slot area, maybe a little too obvious for the defenders of the Bradford Bulls. That was an easy pickoff in front. Anderson, hard check on his man, lost his glove and gets whacked over with the stick by Toffoli. And that's going to be called. The Bulls are going to get one here. Malm got it across, and it's Roscoff. Ivanov makes his way to the bench. You saw him go from the left part of your screen to the right. Referee's arm is up. Delayed penalty on the Bulls. Roscoff will let his man touch it up. Vaughan, Ontario's Nicholas Toffoli. 6'7" defenseman. It's off for 2 minutes, and the Bradford Rattlers will get another opportunity on the man advantage. Again, all year long in the regular season, they sat at 28% on the power play. Bradford Bulls penalty killing, though, 87% on the year. Gilbert will come on. It's going to be Sandoval against Blake Anderson on this face-off. It's a tie-up possession to the Rattlers. It's going to be Kuchma from the blue line. Won't shoot. Keller. Anderson back down low. Found Carlson in front there. Stopped by Delaney. Anderson. You see how the Rattlers play so deep on the power play. The only man high is Kuchma. They found him here. Richard Kuchma. Carlson opening the one-time shot. Can't use him. Keller. Furthermore, back down low. Blocked by Correa. Carlson from the corner. A bunch of stick handles there. Eludes the checker. Carlson back for Kuchma. Down low, and it's going to be Carlson once more. Isaac Carlson to the blue line. Richard Kuchma, shot deflected off of the captain Correa into the corner. Malm, the blue line play again. It's going to be Kuchma. Tapped it on back for Keller. Protects the puck to his forehand. Shot stopped by Delaney. Carlson's there. It's going to be broken up by Correa. Backhand feed will come out of the zone. Keller has to retreat. Left it for Carlson, but they're going to say it was offside prior to the puck being touched up. Borkowitz, Bauer, Gregg, Jacob Russo. 4 players out for head coach Curtis Warren and the Bradford Bulls. Borkowitz trying to spin it back, and he did so. Russo played it off the bank. Baxter will hold. Artem Borisov has a goal here tonight, trying to get Gregg on the far side. Got it in front for Bunzaniks, and it just skittered on wide. Delaney was down and out. Nugamanov, half-boards play, protects the puck and holds. Down low for former Don Mills Flyer. Bunzaniks, rink-wide feed looking for Borisov, went away from him. Borisov now, it's Aaron Stemper. Lead pass. Bunzaniks again. Former South Muskoka Shield as well. He and Stemper will play catch from behind the goal to the corner. They do so again. They switch spots to the blue line, Nugamanov. Nugamanov trying to get around Bauer. He'll do so. Bradford Rattlers need to get their feet moving here. A lot of players standing still at the moment. Nugamanov back to Borisov. Bunzaniks, Stemper in front there. Stopped by Delaney. Wraparound bid there by Bunzaniks will not go. Corner now to the blue line. Baxter. Nugamanov has some room. Won't shoot to the backhand. Swiped away by Gregg. You got to shoot if you're Nugamanov there. Baxter, his drive. Stopped by Delaney. You have all that room in the power play. You're trying to get a 3-goal lead over the Bradford Bulls in the second period. If you're Merritt Nugamanov there, that shot has to get on goal. 2 seconds to go on the power play until Toffoli makes his way back out onto the ice. Anderson, Malm, Keller, Rodskov, Matvey, Minets. Gilbert and Alexanian puck drop, but they will do it over again. Alexanian and Malm still will line up on the faceoff. Keller is lining up beside Gilbert. Puck is dropped to Foley. Out of the box, we're back to 5-on-5. Nearly found Toffoli there. Minets try to get a chip pass on goal, can't do so. Samuel Ponsek using his wheels here. I beg your pardon, that is going to be Linus Kalinvik, 12 in white for the Bradford Bulls. Rodskov left it 4 behind. Anderson has to race up behind. It got bumped there by Kohea. Arvid Malm from the blue line, skittered aside by Matvey Minets. It's going to be Rodskov, an outlet pass. He found Keller away from him. He and Toffoli. Button hooking away is Keller. Alexanian try to pry it free, can't do so. Toffoli, lead pass, nearly found his man Kalinvik. Ivanov out of his cage to play it to the corner. Kalinvik a drop, and it's Alexanian. Rodskov trying to pry it free, so is Anderson. The forward playing down low. Minets trying to take away the front of the goal, can't do so. Gilbert to his backhand, stopped by Ivanov. Alexanian drilled it wide of the net. Toffoli off the linesman. Puck will stay in play. It's Alexanian. Hounded off there by Rodskov. Minets twisted away from Alexanian. Gave it away to Gilbert. Gilbert backhand shot. Save Ivanov. And look out here. Gilbert getting into it. Anderson battling as well. Alexanian having words with Ivanov and Keller. Malm and Kohea are in the midst of all of that, and it looks like no penalties will be assessed here. To much of the chagrin of some fans here repping the Bradford Bulls, some people heckling on at the refs here. Refs have a hard job, they can never be perfect. You see the captain Kohea talking with the official right now. Not happy with no call being on the ice right now. Bulls were looking for a power play. Borkowitz against Melker Melander on the faceoff. Possession will go to the Rattlers. Kohea dumps his man Orikov back behind the play, but it will continue. Ivanov out of his cage, back for Roman Orikov. Bumps on Ponsek. Borkowitz further down into the corner. It's going to be Orikov spinning it aside for Keller. Kohea, the captain of the Bulls, a centering feed. It's a nice one. Found Bauer, connects with Nordquist. His shot got through when it went wide. Richard Kuchma, hard pass to recept for Carlson, but he did so. Isaac Carlson, the Swede, can get it across to his Russian line mate Sleznyov, looking for Carlson before it's picked off by the captain. Sleznyov into the corner, leaving it. Melander, good pinch up there by Kuchma, but Bauer can get it out of the zone. A good active stick by Melker Melander. Pirouettes at center, drops. Sleznyov returns Melander. Melander away from the captain. He gets drilled there for his efforts. Bauer can skate into it, has Alexanian and Ponsek with him. Ponsek heads off on a change. That shot from range by Alexanian into the glove of Maxim Ivanov. Maxim Ivanov playing for the U17 Lokomotiv Yaroslavl. Bradford Rattlers prior to Game 1 were riding a 14-game win streak from the regular season into the playoffs. First defeat on home ice in quite some time for the Bradford Rattlers, especially in the playoffs. Alexanian, a win off the draw, but possession back for Ludflin. Nurmanov on a boards play. They'll come to the corner where Stemper can backhand it, who gets drilled there by Alexanian into the corner. Alexanian, one of the more noticeable players for the Bradford Bulls. He can check, he can score, he can pass. Real Swiss Army knife player, Narek Alexanian from East Angus. Former Vegas Thunderbird and Binghamton Black Bear of the USPHL. Borisov back in, hounded there by Russo. Good job to flex him off the puck. William Manson was the one who flexed him off the puck, I beg your pardon. Stemper back in, centering feed looking for Borisov, hopped away from him. Kalinvik from the corner, his pass never got out of the zone. William Manson meets Stemper into the corner, a pick off by Stemper, trying to drill it in front there, save for Delaney. You see both teams getting line changes on. Sandoval's line will come out with Miller and Gardner. Mom's line has him at center. Keller right behind him. Anderson parked in the slot area. Rhodeskov and Vargas will be the defensemen. Speaking of defensemen, you're looking at the captain of the Bulls, Correa. Zach Correa in, but the Bulls are offside. Correa having words with Pavel Rhodeskov back behind the play. You got a Canadian talking to a Russian right there. I'm not sure if there's a language barrier between the two. Sandoval and Anderson meet on the face-off again. Same lines will stay out. Anderson tying up his man on the zone. It's going to be Rhodeskov skating it for Vargas. Vargas lead pass, and it's going to be Keller to chip it away from Nordquist. Keller went down. Bulls need to tag out. Vargas from Rhodeskov. A tip in by Anderson, and the captain, Zach Correa, into his corner, away from Keller. Pins him up from behind. Could make a case on a penalty call on Keller. Play will continue. Rhodeskov placed the bank. Anderson through center. He found Keller. Keller back in, and the puck overskated him. Gardner and Anderson tied up in front of the Rattler bench. They're trying to get a call. They won't get one. Bulls are back in it. Sandoval's hot shot goes up and out of play, but the referee's arm is up. Penalty coming up. Anderson and Correa getting back after it. I believe the referee's going to take both players here. A high-sticking call. Looks like Gardner will be the guilty party for the Bradford Bulls. Bradford Bulls showing some frustration right now. They're not used to trailing in any game throughout this season, especially by 2 goals. And unfortunately for the Bulls, they're doing more damage to themselves. They are going to be on the PK here. The Rattlers' hot power play makes their way back out onto the ice, trying to open a 3-goal lead. Anderson will try to start it all off, who's the man who's been in the middle of every scrum, it seems, in this contest. And look out, he's getting worked over by Dvorkovits, who gets held down. Play will continue. Keller down low. It's going to be Correa slapping it up and out of play. If you can use the rewind button on your screens right now, I would definitely try to see what happened with Anderson at the tie-up. Having some choice words with Dylan Bauer on the face-off there, and they will do it again. Borkovits and Anderson. That's going to be a clean win for Tyler Borkovits and a clear by the Bradford Bulls. Borkovich, the former Caledon Admiral and Hearst Lumberjacks, splitting seasons in the OJHL and the NOJHL. Anderson through center had, guess who? Borkovits on him. Carlson has some room, shoots that one before it's deflected off of Toffoli, out of play. And Rattlers power play a 28% success rate. In the regular season, the Bulls PK regular season stats at 87%. 6:39, time to go in this second period. Again, 3-1 for the Bradford Rattlers in this BWG contest this Saturday night on ice. Normally used to saying Sunday night, but we got a Saturday night matinee between the Battle of Bradford here tonight. It's going to be Alexanian again on the face-off. He has been near perfect tonight. Can't win that one. Power play possession to the Rattlers. Kuchma redirection by Stemper. And you see how Kuchma, he's got that bomb, but sometimes he'll just loft that puck into a dangerous area for just plays like that, a redirection. Rattlers got to be careful. The Bulls' only goal here tonight, a shorthanded goal by Narek Alexanian. And he's the only man in the offensive zone for his team right now, 10 in white. Keller back in. Around the captain, Correa, backhanded across, looking for Carlson, can't get it. Alexanian off the boards and out. Richard Kuchma, lead pass, and he found France's Aaron Stemper. Good combination pass from Carlson to Anderson. He got it to Keller, looking across, Carlson back in front, Stemper scores! Aaron Stemper picks up his second goal of the playoffs, his 7th point. 4-1 for the Bradford Rattlers. Timeout has been called by Curtis Warren and the Bradford Bulls. Isaac Carlson, Blake Keller. We get the only 2 assists on that goal by Aaron Stemper. And for the first time in the series, not only do the Rattlers have a lead, they have a 3-goal lead. Many of the mistakes the Rattlers were making in Game 1, I can see similar traits in the Bulls game right now. Rattlers, hey, got to give credit to the defenders. They're keeping the Bradford Bulls to the outside, the perimeters of the zone, not allowing any action in front of Maxim Ivanov. And if there is action in front, you got a big guy like Richard Kuchma to get that man out of the slot area to make sure Maxim Ivanov can see the pucks coming towards them. If a goaltender can see it, he can stop it. Former Don Mills Flyer AAA, Anders Bunzeniks. Got swatted away from Manson. Carlson back on Bunzeniks. A shot stopped by Delaney. Not the answer from the timeout. The Bradford Bulls were looking for a grade A scoring opportunity for Team Green. Nicholas Toffoli was skated out of his own zone with some room. Lead pass, he found Miller. 2-on-1 developing for the Bulls. Miller shot, glove, stopped by Ivanov. The 19-year-old Russian keeping it a 3-goal lead for his team. The latest goal scorer was Aaron Stemper. He will take the face-off against the Bulls' only goal scorer, Narek Alexanian. Stemper a nifty move, and he sprung Nugamanov. He has Borisov. 3-on-2 for the Rattlers. A feigning pass attempt by Borisov. Got ridden off the puck by Kalinvik. Kalinvik gets hounded into the corner there by the Russian Borisov. In front, Nugamanov chipping it to himself. Around from Kohea. Couldn't get the shot on goal. Kohea has to make a play defensively once again. Has Borisov and Nugamanov all over him. Kalinvik's pass doesn't come out. Liflin screaming shot from the blue line. Fought off by Delaney into the corner. Ivanov saw enough and got snowed there by Kalinvik. And rightfully so, the Rattlers taking objection to that. Ivanov. One notification. That's going to be a penalty, folks. Linus Kalinvik snowed Maxim Ivanov heading towards the goal. And once again, the Bradford Rattlers find themselves on the man advantage, and what a chance this could be if the Rattlers could score on this power play. Things will be looking pretty good for Team Green. If you're the Bradford Bulls, the one thing you need most right now is a good PK right now. That is all you need. You try to survive the second period, go to the third period intermission, and try to get some life going into your team. Music is still going on this power play. Carlson got it. Anderson shoots that one. Glove stop Delaney, who juggled it while he made the windmill save. Puck dropped right onto his pad. Thankfully for everyone else, they stopped play as soon as they saw the windmill motion made by the Keswick, Ontario native. To do it again on the power play, Blake Anderson. On the tie-up, a clean win by Borkovich, but they can't clear. It's going to be Kuchma down low. He found Keller. Blake Keller will hold, won't shoot, now does, and he teed it up wide. Carlson to regather. Sauce pass for Kuchma, who's got a bomb and will use it here. Shot stop, puck is loose, and the whistle sounds. Anderson again getting held down by Toffoli. Borkovich, I saw that. He collected a bunch of snow on his blade and just threw it into the face of Anderson. tackle, a respective bump between Toffoli and Anderson. Just a good spirited battle between two spirited players. Anderson from Peavine, Alberta. Toffoli, the Vaughan, Ontario native. That face-off win splitting in between Carlson and Richard Kuchma. Dylan Bauer racing after Carlson, who had to make a hurry play. The formation forms on the breakout for the power play. 5-on-4, it's Carlson down low. Got it to Malm away from him. Anderson, no worry, he'll skate into it first. Anderson in return. Carlson couldn't trigger pull in time. Had Bauer over him, and look out, Borkovich will whip it aside away from Kuchma. Good defensive recovery by the Hungarian native Richard Kuchma. Corner boards played Nordquist. Good step on his man Anderson, who's been taking a beating in tonight's contest. Carlson, Keller, sharp angle shot, scores! Referees having a discussion right now. I don't think this one's going to count. And they are correct. No goal on the play. Keller hitting Delaney clean in front, and I'm not sure why this goal is getting waved off. Watching the replay, looks like Blake Anderson was in the crease of John Delaney. We have a ref you suck chant going on in the BWG. Never heard that in my life here. Looking back on the play, was the right call. Blake Anderson was interfering with the netminder John Delaney, but nevertheless, they're going to be back for more. It's Anderson trying to get it right back. A drop bomb. Anderson, what a stop by Delaney in front. Keller back on. His shot stopped by Delaney again. Remember that save. Remember that save by Delaney. Yeah, the fifth goal goes in. They wave it off. Rattlers were all that close, mere seconds after the blown goal call, to getting it right back. Keswick, Ontario's John Delaney having none of that. The former Innisful Spartan coming up big once again. And to you Bulls fan out there, is that really any surprise? Borkowitz on Stemper on the face-off. Clean win for Francis Aaron Stemper. Backs her down low for Stemper. Trying to wheel it back to the front area. Can't do so. Manson lost the handle. Nurgamanov stopped. And Delaney says, look what I found. Four seconds to go on the power play until Kalinvik's back out onto the ice. And in 4 seconds time, you tie up the face-off for the Bulls. You get that puck to skyrocket to center. You just might be able to spring Kalinvik on a breakaway. Stemper, clean tie-up. It's going to be Nugabanov. Tyler Baxter will get a shot on goal. Stop, big rebound before it's swatted up by John Delaney once again. Linus Kalinvik makes his way from the box out onto the playing surface. The former Kristenhamns HC playing in the Swedish Division 3. Second year as a Bradford Bull. Stemper tie-up. Borisov snapping it wide. Nugabanov will get it to it first. Corner boards play broken off by Greg. Lead pass, it's Borkowitz. Has his man Kalinvik, stays onside. Good play by him. Shot on goal. Save for Maxim Ivanov. Ivanov looking at that shot right into the mask. Just kind of checking over himself now. May have been feeling the effects of getting snowed by Linus Kalinvik. Devin Rapley, head athletic trainer, out onto the ice for the Rattlers, but they're going to say Maxim Ivanov is okay. Maybe just something in his eyes. The ice is dirty. It might look clean and white, but I tell you, you get into the ice, that thing's dirty. Nugamanov, Borisov, Baxter, and Lutfulin and Aaron Stemper make out the five out onto the ice for Team Green, but that's going to change. Here comes Arvid Malm, Blake Anderson, and Blake Keller to the right part of your screen, creeping in just now. Miller, Alexanian, Gilbert, Kohea, and Jacob Russo. The 5 on for Curtis Warren and the Bradford Bulls. General Manager Brandon Bailey can't be too pleased from what he's been seeing from his team here tonight after a dominant game 1. Looking rather flat right now in this second period. Had a great closing first period. Not much has been going for the favor of the Bradford Bulls. We're looking at Lutflin, who started it all off. Got a shot on goal. It's blocked in front by Alexanian. Screamer through center. Millar unable to knock it down. It's Baxter. Getting it across to Blake Anderson. Hounded there by Gilbert. Malm. Lead pass broken up by Kohea, and it's going to be Lutflin skating into it. Has Keller to work with. Nice move by Shamil. A pass in front. Gets tripped up. The play will continue. Oh, Lutflin went down, and you heard a loud thud out onto the ice. Gilbert's shot blocked by the skate of Baxter, and it's up and out of play. Fans are getting restless right now from the BWG in Bradford. A raucous environment to take on this game 2. And the officials, not the most popular guys in this arena right now. Toffoli purposely wide, loose puck in front. Bauer tried to work it away. Got it back to the blue line, and it's going to be Nicholas Toffoli. His fluttering shot looking by redirect from Borkowitz. Never got it. It's going to be Sandoval working it back for Borkowitz. A rattle-along play for Toffoli. Further down low, it's going to be Sandoval. 20 in white, leaving it for Toffoli. Big 6'5", Nicholas Toffoli. Around from Carlson. Bauer just trying to pry that puck free against the corner boards. Good play by Sandoval, and he's after it. Sandoval to the blue line. It's going to be Manson. His shot going wide. Toffoli after it. Protects the puck. Still protecting the puck over Slesnyov before he can get it across to Carlson. Carlson, Sandoval's on him. A twist along play, and it's going to be Bunzaniks after it. Centering feed in front, kicked out by Sandoval. Slesnyov going down. Carlson unable to get a piece of Sandoval going down. 40 seconds to go in the period. It's going to be Sandoval at center and dumps in. Kuchma thought about playing on the backhand. He'll go to the forehand side, trying to get Slesnyov, but he unable to do so. Icing will be called on the Bradford Rattlers. 26 seconds to go in the period. Bradford Rattlers with a offensive explosion here in this second period. 3 goals scored. Bradford Bulls still looking for their first goal since the shorthanded goal by Narek Alexanian. Speaking of Alexanian, we got a pair of 10s lining up in the faceoff. Carlson and Narek Alexanian, the former Las Vegas Thunderbird, Binghamton Black Bear, USPHL. Clean win for Carlson. Minet's trying to locate Slesnyov, but it'll go for an icing once again. I beg your pardon, they wave it off. It's going to be Kohea battling away from Gilbert. Stretch pass. Gilbert, beg your pardon, has it up now. Under 10 to go in the period. That one is going to be sent back down for an icing call on the Bradford Bulls. 8 seconds to go. It's been a great contest so far between the Bulls and the Rattlers. Again, game 2 of this best of 7 series for the Russell Cup Championship. Either way, Bradford's going to win. Off the tie-up, Rodskov from the blue line. Shot never got on through. Kalinvik with 5 seconds to go, trying to spring Gilbert, and he's going to run out of time. After 40 minutes of play, the Bradford Rattlers 4. The Bradford Bulls 1. We'll be back for the third period of play after this intermission. Ladies and gentlemen, the third period of play set to get underway here from the BWG. The Bradford Rattlers are either 20 minutes away from a tie series or a miraculous comeback is in the works for the Bradford Bulls, who again have not lost yet at home. I beg your pardon, away from the Bob Fallis Arena. Coming into tonight's contest, a record of 6-0 on the road. That record seems to be in jeopardy here tonight Bradford Rattlers possessing a 3-goal lead over their crosstown rivals. Bradford Rattlers were the North Division champions. Bradford Bulls, the Southern Division champions. Those two teams meet in the finals, and here we go for period number 3. Rhodeskov can get it to Baxter. A quick start up and a chase after the puck by Correa. Correa played it off the bank, and so it's going to be Baxter racing after it. Guelph, Ontario native Tyler Baxter, long stretch pass found Anderson, twisted it back for the captain, Malm. He's in, rang it off the post! Arvid Malm, the captain, that close to getting the Rattlers a 4-goal lead here in the third early. A pickoff there by Anderson, who can flutter it back into the corner. Correa to the corner. Losing it from Arvid Malm, twisted along back for Nordquist. Nordquist can skyrocket an aerial pass, will drop through at center. Millar will leave it back for Kallenvik. Kallenvik flexed off there by Rhodeskov, plays it off the high glass. Will be settled in, and Borkowitz will reach after it into the corner. Tyler Borkowitz gets pinned up there and flexes it back into the zone. Another aerial lift by the captain, Arvid Malm, will drop for Bunzeniks. A good reverse hit by Anders. To the corner now, center it back in front, blocked there by Correa. Toffoli a start out. He's able to find his man Bauer. Bauer cuts in, stopped by Ivanov. Gilbert leaving it for Toffoli. Gilbert further down low, found Bauer. Puck is loose in front of the official. Puck gets screamed back along by Carlson. Kept alive by William Manson. Bauer to the corner, setting up Toffoli. Pass went away from him, has to hurry and reach up to that pass before Carlson can get it up out of the zone. Ponsic will switch spots with Toffoli on the fence. Gilbert through at center. Shoots wide of the Russian netminder Maxim Ivanov. Speaking of Russians, you're looking at Matvey Minets, played across for Swede Isaac Carlson. Russians Gleb Sleznyov, pressured off by the captain Correa. Minets to Shamil Lutflin, Anderson back in, a juggling of the puck and an offside call on Team Green. Isaac Carlson, formerly playing for the Vastera IK Junior 20 in the Swedish Under 20 League. National, it is called. Pair 14s on the faceoff. It's going to be Aaron Stemper for the Rattlers, Samuel Ponsic for the Bradford Bulls, and it's a win for 14 and white for the Bulls. The captain Correa. Motoring his way in is Dominic Fasson. Back into the zone. I beg your pardon, that is Nordquist. 17 and white. Lost the handle from Stemper. Played it back along from the blue line, and a chance racing up to it is Merit Nugamanov with Gardner all over him. Merit Nugamanov, 21 in green. Played it off the side. Stemper switches spots to the blue line. Baxter slapped it across to Shamil Lutflin. Lutflin, his low shot, looking for a redirection there. Never got one. Nordquist may have blocked that one en route towards the goal. Garner over on Baxter. Further down low, it's Borisov trying to slap it away. Baxter has to retreat out of the zone with Sandoval on him. Nugamanov a chip. He can find Artem Borisov. His screaming shot into the breadbasket of Delaney. A routine save for the Keswick, Ontario native. Bradford Bulls finished the year a record of 26-16-0. That was good for second place overall in the Southern Division. The North York Renegades, of course, finishing atop of that division, being eliminated by the Bulls in the third round in 5 games, I beg your pardon. Rattlers, of course, sweeping the Lynx in the third round, setting up this meeting between these two teams. Both teams have only lost one time in these playoffs. Greg got stiff-armed there by the captain, Malm. Puck will come out of the zone from Rodriguez's pass. Bauer on goal to Ivanov, juggles it, makes the stop, and will hold on with 16:35 to go here in the third period. Still a 4-1 lead for Team Green. The Alexanian line comes out for Curtis Warren. Broken up there by Blake Keller, and he will start out. Blake Keller protecting the puck out to Carlson. Anderson shot there, blocked in front by Gregg, and he's shaken up back behind the play. Alexanian back in for the Bulls. What a move, but he can't get by Kuchma. Millar hits Kuchma down to the ground there. Anderson losing an edge, but it's going to be icing called on the Bradford Rattlers. 16-12 to go here in the third period of play. The captain, Zach Correa, for the Bradford Bulls, again a former Richmond General of the USPHL. Nordquist on defense at the moment. Alexanian again with the captain, Alfred Malm, off the tie-up. Those two battle. Keller got away from Miller. He and Kuchma join into the zone. The captain, Correa, on his man. He flexes Keller rather, into the corner boards. Carlson reverse hit on his man. Alexanian leaving it for Kalinvik. Matvey Vinet slapped it back in. It's going to be Zakharov, I should say, getting across for Carlson. Carlson watched there by Miller. Trying to get gloved down with Zakharov away from him. Nordquist flipped it back, and it's Correa. Lead pass, he can find Bauer too far behind Kalinvik, but he played it from a skate to a stick into the corner. Shovel attempt, and he found Kuchma. Can return the favor back for Matvey Minets. Hard snap pass, trying to locate Carlson, can't do so. Icing called on Team Green. 15:22 to go here in period number 3, and we are so glad everyone's tuning in to tonight's contest to watch this game 2 of the Russell Cup Finals, the Battle of Bradford, the Bulls and the Rattlers. Shout out to all you great fans back at home, and to everyone tuning in here tonight from the BWG here in Bradford. Looking around me right now, there is quite the turnout here tonight, and we love to see it. Can't wait to see what Bob Fallis is like for their 2 home games for Game 3 and 4 of this finals series. We are guaranteed one more game back here in the BWG. So luckily for us, this will not be the first time that I'll be talking to you guys this year. The last time. Bauer from the boards, Lutflin. He got decked there in front. What a check thrown there by Borkowicz, flattening out Shamil Lutflin. Blander at center, found Carlson. A foot race. The netminder Delaney coming out of his cage, and he will make the stop. Shamil Lutflin, a dangerous play for any player there. Puck is loose and above you. I'm not sure where to locate that puck. Next thing you know, you're getting decked. Stemper pointing at Borisov off the faceoff win. He's got to go to the front of the net. Ponsic and Stemper, a pair of 14s. Clean win, set play. Baxter is shot blocked in front by Sandoval, who went down. The Mississauga native in his second year with the Bradford Bulls. Huge shot block there, and you can see how the Bradford Bulls play. They are not giving up. You're down by 3 with 14 to go in the third period. You're still diving and putting your body on the line. Nordquist, a snapshot saved by Ivanov, who looked behind him. Look out, Lutflin taking up Simpson, who got dropped there by Gardner. Now things are starting to heat up here tonight. Lutflin went after Correa. No penalties coming up on the play. We will remain skating 5 aside. Alexanian, Correa, Miller, Kalinvik, and Nordquist are the 5 players head coach Curtis Warren is going to throw out against the top line, the captain line for Arvid Malm, and they're going to do the face-off over again. Malm will be waved out, so it'll be Anderson and Alexanian on the face-off, and they're going to try to do it over again. Anderson will lean his way back in, and it's going to be a face-off win for the Bulls at the blue line. It's Correa blocked there by Malm, and a good job by Correa, stamping Arvid Malm to the corner boards. Broken up by guess who? The captain, Arvid Malm. He's back in. Behind the back pass, found Keller, and he teed it up wide. Nordquist trying to get Kalinvik. He got him. Nearly dumped in front by Kuchma. Rodskov bumped there by Nordquist. Gardner can't get it further deep. Alexanian takes a run on Keller. 2-on-1 developing. It's going to be Arvid Malm button hooking his way to Keller in front, who pass was too far behind him. If you're Keller there, you got to adjust your body to get and receive that pass. Unable to just work it back from his skate to his stick with their back end. It's Malm in front looking for Keller. It just hopped over his stick. Line change on the fly. Sleznev and Carlson come on. Bunzenik's already on the ice, and he might try to get a centering feed here. Back in front, save for John Delaney. Borkowitz's line will come out. Bauer and Gilbert will be his wingers. Toffoli and Gregg on defense. Slesnyov, Carlson, Bunzeniks, Vargas, and Munetz. Delaney and Ivanov, the 12 players out onto the ice right now. Gregg a pass through for Borkovitz. His tip pass will go into the corner. Vargas, hounded by 2 players in a white uniform. To the blue line, that feed will split in between Gregg and Toffoli. Gregg will say he will settle it down, has Anders Bunzeniks all over him. Slesnyov will backpedal up into the high slot. Carlson all over Gregg. Gregg's pass found, Nicholas Toffoli. Played the bank, Gilbert will stymie his way in. Munetz from his own zone. Long breakout pass, and he'll find Sweet Isaac Carlson. Weaving his way back in, 10 in green, fanning on the dumping attempt, but he got it on the second effort. Slesnyov had his pocket pick there, and it's 6'5", Nicholas Toffoli. Back in, Toffoli, what a move, coming towards the goal, stopped by Ivanov, puck is loose, and he can swallow it up. Nicholas Toffoli, University of Dubuque, showing great handles there for the Bradford Bulls, ultimately unable to beat Maxim Ivanov going down low. Alexanian and Stemper, another clean win for Alexanian. Kalavik will pump it back for Correa's drive, and it can be blockered away by Ivanov. Correa not afraid to let his shot go from the blue line. He possesses one of the hardest slap shots in the GMHL. 21-year-old standing at 6'2", and he's going to be a big reason if the Bradford Bulls can make a comeback in tonight's contest. Alexanian and Stemper again will beat on the face-off. This time possession to the Bulls, and it's an outlet chance here on a 2-on-1. It's going to be Borisov with Nugamanov. Borisov a drop, and Stemper ring it off the post! That's the second goal post in this contest. First by Vargas from the blue line, now by Stemper, all alone in front. He was just trailing in the weeds. No one expected Stemper to race up and be the third man in. Stemper, native of Melun, France, and that's a long way away from Keswick, Ontario, Canada, where John Delaney stops Stemper. Gilbert from the neutral zone can find Borkovitz. Button hooks his way, and he will find Gilbert in the slot area, broken up by Nugamanov, and he can get an aerial pass away from Blake Anderson, flexed back in by Russo. Ludflin takes a look behind him, rattles it along the half boards for Blake Keller, trying to pitchfork his way out of the zone, and it looks like he will do so. Pirouettes away from Gilbert, has Malm on the near wing, and what a move by Keller, trying to dance his way around Gilbert, unable to do so. Puck is not settling for anyone right now. Gilbert can just slash it on out of the zone where Ludflin can return it from Keller, and an elevator pass in front for Arvid Malm, who can backpedal for Kuchma, relayed up through center for the captain, away from him, and so it's going to be Manson back in for the Bradford Bulls. Greg Manson, and now Greg. Sandoval from the neutral zone will return it back through center. Delaney out of its cage, 10:30 to go in the third period. Bulls need 3 to tie. Two and white is Brendan Gregg. Bolton, Ontario native in his 4th year as a member of the Bradford Bulls. It's going to be Zakharov picking his pocket. Keller and Gregg racing to the corner, beg your pardon, Carlson. Out of there by Gregg, 2 against 10. Carlson, a high stick. The play will continue. Ponsic pins him up on the corner boards. Melander trying to pry it free, and he's trying to just work it to the blue line for Kuchma. Greg beaten to the puck there by Melander, who's got a stick tied up there, a legal play. Kuchma away from Gardner, unable to locate it. The Bulls bench screams feet. Good job by the Bulls to get out of the zone. They might have some numbers here. Toffoli just out of the reach of Ponchek, and so Kuchma plays off the boards, and it's going to be a race for Korea. 2 Rattlers are hounding over him. That is Melander and Zakharov, respectively. Pretty move there by Korea, but he lost the handle and collided with Alexanian. Carlson with Zakharov. His shot. Carlson scores! His second goal of the game for Isaac Carlson. His 7th goal of the playoffs, and this 5th spot will count for the Bradford Rattlers. They lead 5-1 over the Bradford Bulls here in Game 2. Alexanian crashing into Ivanov. Back behind the play, and that's going to be a call on the Bulls, but the Rattlers are back in with that one ringing off the crossbar by Borisov. The Bulls touch up, and the goaltender interference call assessed on Narek Alexanian, who's getting challenged there by Orkov coming in. Maxim Ivanov telling Orkov just to settle it down. It is not worth it. Alexanian will go to the penalty box. Not only do the Bulls concede the 5th spot, they go down a man once again to this lethal Bradford Rattler power play. And if they can cash in on this power play to go up 6-1, that might be all she wrote for the Bradford Bulls here in this game too. Goaltender interference for the East Angus native, formerly playing for the Vegas Thunderbirds and Binghamton Black Bears, the USPHL. The Bradford Bulls have quite the player in their lineup right now, unfortunately, in the penalty box for 2 minutes. That tie-up split in between Kuchma and Keller. Blake Keller is back in, trying to get around Russo. Will button hook to the blue line. Kuchma returns it back. Keller with Anderson parked in front. That sauce pass looking for Carlson and went away from him as it was broken up by Sandoval. Kuchma from his own end drops it back dangerously out of the reach of Keller. Lead pass in front, broken up by Keller. Carlson a lead pass, and it's the captain Arvin Malm for 6. Stopped by Delaney. Right into the breadbasket, a routine save for John Delaney, even though Art may have skipped a beat if you're a Bulls fan or even a player for the Bradford Bulls. The captain, Arvin Malm, all alone on a breakaway. You just do not want to see that if you're the opposition. Kuchma got the puck free from that 50-50 boards battle, relays it to Keller. His shot snapped away by Toffoli. Puck will settle. Malm takes a hit on his man, and looks like it's going to be Toffoli. The Bradford Bulls getting a down goal to Maxim Ivanov. Chip pass, and so it's Carlson. A chip pass, and so it's Kuchma. Lead, it's going to be Keller. Back in for the Bradford Rattlers. Stops away, trying to get it to Stemper. Broken up by Rodriguez, and he will clear for the Bradford Bulls. Russia's Maxim Ivanov, leaving it for Guelph, Ontario's Tyler Baxter. His parents in attendance here tonight. Keller, that's a nice move around Kalinvik. Keller loves that backpedaling play there. Got it to Baxter. Won't shoot. Borisov can't get that pass in time. Artem Borisov, 18 to go on the power play. Found Stemper. He's able to pirouette his way around from Kalinvik. Artem Borisov, top of the zone. He got it to Keller. Keller, button hooks on Rodriguez, lost an edge. Got it back for Borisov, however. Still 5 to go on the power play. Ivanov slapping his goal stick back behind the play. Snapshot by Borisov. Bunzini's a rebound chance before John Delaney is able to hold that puck up for a face-off. 6:52 to go here in this third period. And as it sits right now, it is looking pretty good right now for Team Green. The Bradford Rattlers leading 5-1 over the Bradford Bulls. Again, 6:52 time to go here in this third period. John Delaney just checking out his mask back behind the play. It's going to be Malm on the faceoff. Tyler Borkovich, the Orangeville, Ontario native, will oppose him. Carlson down low, he can spring Anderson. He's trying to button hook on Russo, and he gets stampled there to the boards by Borkovich. Anderson pops back up, and he's on the puck. Blake Anderson in front, looking for Carlson in front. His stick was lifted there by Gilbert. Outlet pass away from him. Tyler Baxter into his own end. Lead pass, he found Carlson. Coming back is Arvid Malm away from him. Russo can flex it back along for Shamil Lutflin. And on the first attempt, got him on the second. Baxter through center. Again, one of those themes we were seeing in game one for the Rattlers. They play there by Baxter, just trying to force a play that's not there. Stamp on the boards there by Aaron Stemper and Sandoval coming in. Alexanian in the lead pass, he found Kalinvik around Kuchma. Kalinvik back in, centering feed, looking for Alexanian, couldn't get him in time. Kuchma holds his man down, but it's going to be Gilbert returning it back into the corner. Kalinvik and Stemper do battle, taken away by Alexanian, has Gilbert to work with in front, won't use him here. Borisov twists along from into the corner, got it away from the Toffoli rather, before it's iced by Team Green. Again, shout out to everyone watching back at home on this YouTube live stream here tonight. Bulls Rattlers game 2 of the Russell Cup Finals in the next two contests. Game 3 and 4 will be at Bob Fallis Arena, not even 5 minutes away from where we are right now. Kuchma off the tie-up, look out in front. Borisov, Nurmagomedov rather, unable to reach up to that pass in time. Greg, a good keep in. Miller just going to try to stuff it on Ivanov. Puck goes loose. That's going to be a scramble for it. Borisov trying to knock it down. Can't do so. Escape away effort made by Stemper. Delayed penalty upcoming. It looks like it's going to go on Team Green. Kuchma sits into the box, and so another power play opportunity for the Bradford Bulls. Maybe a little too late right now with 5:20 to go here in the third period. Kalinvik away from Carlson. As Curtis Warren and the Bradford Bulls think about pulling the netminder. You are down by 4, 5 minutes to go. Don't have much to lose at the moment. Tripping on the call to Hungarian native Richard Kuchma, the GMHL's top defenseman of the year. Both of these teams, the Rattlers and the Bulls, cleaning out for regular season awards. Kalinvik, high slot chance, couldn't get a trigger pull. Borkovich to the blue line. Gilbert leans into that one. That's gloved out of the air by Maxim Ivanov. Aaron Stemper and Gleb Selesnyov will come on. Shamil Lutflin, who got the game's first goal here tonight at 55 in green, will be on the fence with Matvey Munetz. Bauer, Miller, Ponchek, Nordquist, and Toffoli. The 5 out for the Bradford Bulls right now. Still a minute 12 to go in the Kuchma minor. Puck is dropped. A Ponchek play for Toffoli. From the blue line, Toffoli shot skittered on road. Rebound juggled out of the air by Ivanov, swatting it down. Bradford Rattlers still looking for their first home finals win from the BWG here in Bradford in 9 years. The last time they won a finals game here in this building was 2014. Gilbert from the corner. Still 50 to go on the power play. Down low, it's Bauer, intercepted by Stemper. Good positional awareness there before it's picked back off by the Bulls. It's going to be Ponchak. His screaming shot did not miss by much. Toffoli from DDD. Down low for the man who almost got one here, Ponchak. Don's 14 in the white, watched over by another 14 in green. It's Stemper. Toffoli from the blue line, kicked out by Ivanov and cleared out by Stemper at the line, but no, kept in. Bauer from the corner, away from Livflin, trying to kick it back to himself. Punched off behind the boards, and it's Ponchak tying up the puck. Stolen away by Bauer. A lead pass in front for Miller, can't get him. Toffoli, Nordquist calling for it, he has it. Nordquist holds, fires that one on goal, save for Ivanov. Comes to the corner now, it's going to be played off by Bauer. Millar turning and twisting it back, Millar in front, Ivanov is down, and he makes the stop. Maxim Ivanov, you see him there getting taps for his players here after the heroic save he made down low. Off the tie-up, another clean win for Borkowitz on the draw. Fasson will just slap it on goal, blocked in front partially by Munetz. Blake Keller, we are back to 5-on-5 from the BWG here in Bradford. Munetz, he got a physical run in there thrown on by Borkowitz. Keller, expect the same on him, no. Fasson away from the captain Arver and Malm. He can find Linus Kalenvik. Stretch pass and he'll connect back to Kalenvik before he's hounded there by the captain Malm. Centered back in, and it's going to be Ivanov out of his cage, leaving it in front there. It's swiped back for Fasson at the blue line. His shot will go wide. Kicking off the bank, and it's going to be Munetz getting into it first on his man Kalenvik. Arvin Malm saw was going off on a change. Anderson getting on across to Keller. Keller trying to split into the D, can't do so. Got ridden off the puck 3 times on that chance coming into goal. Melker Melander twisted away from Rodriguez, and then Fasson. Melander to the blue line. Richard Kuchma has a bomb, uses it here. It's fluttered away and broken up by Kalenvik. Might have a step on his man. Kalenvik trying to spring free, and he'll do so. Good back check made by Richard Kuchma. To the blue line. It's going to be Manson leaving it for Rodriguez. Broken up by Rodskov, and so Zakharov will make a combination pass for Bunzeniks. Bunzeniks, he's back in. The former Don Mills Flyer cuts in. 18 in green, I should say. Manson tying up his man on the corner. Rodriguez checks Zakharov from behind, and that's going to be called. 1:40 to go. Here in the third period, it's going to be a power play for the Bradford Rattlers, and here comes the Arver and Malm line with Keller, Carlson, Blake Anderson, and Richard Kuchma. Diego Rodriguez, the native of Mexico, will head to the sin bin. 2 minutes. You see there. It was boarding or checking from behind, the official call. I did not quite catch. We'll have to wait for a PA announcer, JR Jordan Richardson, to make the official announcement. Carlson won't shoot. Kuchma might. Shot into the glove of John Delaney. Cross-checking the official penalty on Diego Rodriguez. The Blake Anderson line will stay out onto the ice. Arver and Malm his winger, so is Keller, Carlson, Kuchma being the lone defenseman, Alexanian, Bauer, Fasson, and Manson. The 4-on for the Bradford Bulls. It's Anderson down low, kicked out by John Delaney. Kuchma away from Alexanian. Down low, he found Carlson. In front, looking for Anderson. Can't connect to the blue line chance. Kuchma doesn't shoot. Neither will Keller. Killer will regather back after it. Away from Alexanian. Great footwork by the St. Cloud, Minnesota native. Anderson, sauce pass. He found Carlson. Won't shoot. Neither can Keller. Maybe Kuchma can. Back across. It's Keller in front. Stop on the shot there coming by Carlson. Down low and it's Anderson setting up shop. Sharp angle shot. And that one grazed off the crossbar. Good second effort made by Arthur and Mom getting it across to Keller. In front on a tip play by Anderson goes wide. Corner boards play and they race after it. Centering feed broken up by Fasson and it comes out of the zone. Rattlers got to tag out with 30 seconds to go in the contest. Rattlers are called on an offside. Buntanik, Borisov, Stemper, Nugamanov, and Baxter will finish this game for the Bradford Rattlers. Ponsic, Sandoval, Fasson, and Russo. Here comes Borisov, stop by Delaney, rebound for Buntanik, and he drilled the shot wide. 17 to go in the third. Borisov hounded by Ponsic, centering feed looking for Stemper, got it to the blue line, 10 to go. Backdoor cross, and it's going to be Borisov to Nugamanov. Buntanik's down low. The Bradford Rattlers win game 2 and have tied the Russell Cup Finals at 1 game apiece. Maxim Ivanov stopped all but one shot. A 5-1 victory for the Bradford Bulls over their crosstown rivals. Rattlers skating off. Noah, meetup is waiting for Game 3 at the Bob Fallis Arena. And for the first time all playoffs long, the Bradford Bulls have lost a road game. Maxim Ivanov got to be one of the 3 stars into tonight's contest. Blake Anderson all over the puck, all over the score sheet here tonight. And you're looking at another heroic man in Isaac Carlson. How about that, man? Maxim Ivanov backstopping a 5-1 win for the Bradford Rattlers, and they have tied the Russell Cup Finals at 1 game apiece. Blake Keller and Irvin Moms will stay out. Harvard Mom skating back too. His goaltender Maxim Ivanov, and what a moment those 2 players will share, heading off for a successful Game 2 victory on home ice. Their first home finals win in 9 years in the BWG. What a stat. For Nick Stella and the Bradford Rattlers organization, we bid you all a good hockey night for now.